Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. Today I am proud to announce the appointment of Kevin Meyer as Chief of Police for the Frederick Police Department. Public safety is fundamental to a livable community and has been central to Frederick's success. It allows people to feel secure in their homes and their neighborhoods, parents to send their children into the community with confidence, businesses to open their doors each morning, and anyone experiencing a crisis to know that help will arrive with urgency, with judgment, and with humanity. Maintaining that safety is shared work. It is built through strong neighborhoods, opportunity, prevention, mental health, and social services. Trusted institutions, engaged residents, and a police department that prevents harm, responds to danger, solves problems, protects vulnerable people, and enforces the law fairly. That requires officers who are present, proactive, respectful, and accountable. Public trust strengthens their ability to serve and is earned through every interaction and decision. That is the vision that I wanted our next chief to share, and that is why this appointment matters so much. This appointment is the result of a rigorous national search that brought forward strong candidates and incorporated the perspectives of residents, police employees, community partners, the Fraternal Order of Police, and members of my team. The process gave us the opportunity to evaluate a range of experiences and leadership approaches while clarifying what Frederick needs today from its next chief. And for the first time in the department's history, a national search has led us to the selection of a leader from within our own ranks. Kevin Meyer competed in a strong national field and earned this appointment through his experience, his judgment, his leadership, his vision for the department. He is the right leader for this work right now. Kevin understands Frederick is more than a jurisdiction or a collection of calls for service. He knows this community, its neighborhoods, its people, and the expectations that residents have of their police department. He understands the difficult balance of policing because he has spent nearly 2 decades doing that work here and building relationships in Frederick. He is grounded, direct, and accountable, and he's willing to make difficult decisions and explain them. He believes officers should be supported in doing demanding work and held to a clear, consistent standard in how that work should be done. He respects the traditions and experiences within this department, but he is not bound by the idea that the way something has always been done is the way it must continue to be done. When I asked Kevin to serve as interim chief, I told him I was not looking for somebody to occupy the office until we found a permanent chief. And over the past 8 months, he has shown the judgment, steadiness, and sense of responsibility that the position requires. He also understands that leadership is stewardship. With significant turnover approaching across the department's command and supervisory ranks over the next several years, our next chief will need to develop people, preserve hard-earned knowledge, invite new perspectives, and build a leadership pipeline that draws on the full talent of this department and better reflects the community it serves. Kevin's experience gives him credibility. But experience alone is not why I selected him. I selected him because of how, pardon me while we deal with technology, I selected him because how he intends to use it, to build a department that is proactive, professional, compassionate, and accountable. A department that supports its people, confronts its challenges honestly, and earns the confidence of the community through its work. Chief Meyer, congratulations. I look forward to working with you to advance a vision of public safety rooted in service, dignity, trust, the fundamental responsibility to keep people safe. I want to thank our City Council members for their endorsement, the community members and FPD employees and FOP membership for the roles that they played in bringing this selection to fruition. And with that, it is my privilege to introduce the Chief of Police for the Frederick Police Department, Kevin Meyer.
Good luck. I thought I would look more professional if I didn't have sunglasses on, and I am regretting that decision a lot right now. So I apologize, I'm going to be looking down because I'm going to read from here instead of up here, so I'm not looking in the sun. But thank you, Mayor O'Connor, for your confidence in me and for the opportunity to lead the department that has been my professional home since 2007. I want to thank the City Council, the members of the selection panels, the residents and employees who participated in this process, and the officers and professional staff of the Frederick Police Department. I'm also grateful for my family for the support that has made every stage of this career possible. It's a true honor to be appointed as the Chief of Police of what I would argue is the finest police department in the state of Maryland. Frederick has given me the opportunity to build a career, a life, and a family in a community that I care deeply about. This department invested in me, challenged me, and gave me opportunities to grow at every stage of my career. When the position became available, I felt an obligation to put myself forward, to give back to the department and the community that has given so much to me, and to help make sure that the same opportunities are available to the people who will lead this organization after me. And I take on this responsibility at a time when we're prepared to build on all the attributes that have provided our recipe for success. Frederick is a safe community. Crime remains below pre-pandemic levels across most major categories. Our officers and professional staff are experienced, capable, and committed. The department has strong relationships throughout the community and a level of public trust that many agencies work years to build. That foundation reflects the work of generations of Frederick police officers, professional staff, city leaders, community partners, and residents. I've been fortunate to spend nearly 2 decades as part of that work, and I understand what has gone into building the department that we have today. Success carries an obligation. Safety and public trust require constant attention. They're strengthened through daily service, honest communication, sound decisions, and the way an officer treats someone during a single interaction. They can also be damaged quickly when standards slip or when an organization begins to assume that past success will carry it forward. My responsibility as chief is to care for what has been built here and prepare it for the future. That means preserving the professionalism and community relationships that define this department, addressing problems before they become larger, and continuing to improve even when the overall picture is positive. Over the past 8 months, I've focused on 3 priorities: proactive public safety, consistent accountability, and preparation for the next generation of department leadership. Those priorities reflect what this department needs to remain strong, and they'll continue to guide me as chief. First, we will be proactive. Residents will see officers addressing unsafe driving, crime, and quality of life concerns before those problems grow. But activity alone is not the goal. Our officers must do that work with sound judgment, civility, and respect. Over the past year, our officers have increased our proactive enforcement by 300%, while seeing 0 increase in public complaints. Proactive police enforcement and fairness and respect are not in conflict with each other, and they will not be mutually exclusive. Residents will also continue to see us present and engaged throughout the community, especially with our young people. That's one of our greatest opportunities to make a lasting difference. When a child's first interactions with police officers are positive, they learn who we are, why we serve, and that they can turn to us when they need help. Those early relationships are where trust begins. Second, we'll be accountable. Policies must be clear, standards must be applied consistently, and decisions must be supported by the facts. Accountability applies at every rank, including mine. The public deserves it, and the members of this department deserve it from one another. Third, we will invest in our people and prepare for the transition ahead. In the coming years, a significant number of our command and supervisory positions will turn over. We'll identify talent, develop future leaders, and make sure employees throughout the organization understand what is required to compete for advancement. We will also look throughout our community for the next generation of Frederick police officers, people with integrity, empathy, sound judgment, and a commitment to service. Together, those efforts will help us build a department that reflects the community we serve and draws on the full talent of both this organization and the city. My commitment to Frederick is straightforward. We'll do the work. We'll listen to residents. We will support our officers and professional staff. We'll confront problems honestly. We will treat the safety and trust we have today as something we are responsible for earning again tomorrow. I'm honored to serve as chief. I'm ready to get to work. Thank you.
On behalf of the City Council, I want to congratulate Chief Meyer on his appointment. Kevin has spent his career serving Frederick, and he knows both his department and this community well. Having him officially step into this role gives us confidence that the Frederick Police Department will continue to reflect the values of our city, build strong relationships with the community, and serve our residents with professionalism and integrity. Chief Meyer, congratulations. We look forward to working with you and supporting you as you lead the department into this next chapter.
Thank you, Council President Diaz, and I want to acknowledge the other members of the council who are present this morning, Councilmember Shackelford, Councilmember Hempel-Arani, Councilmember Brem, and Councilmember Adkins. This is an important moment for the Frederick Police Department and for our community. We are fortunate to have a leader who knows Frederick, has demonstrated his ability to lead, and is prepared to do the work ahead. Thank you all for being here this morning. Have a wonderful day.
By the way, we're going to do some